Hey guys, this is Jesse with the Vergil tutorial of a combo I made up using X Factor and possible assist. Now, I'm going to be breaking it down slowly and I'm going to show you three versions. This is the first version. Right here you use the swords, X Factor, and prop them up, keep them up. With that second ground bounce, you're going to want to keep the combo going. And if the character still isn't dead in the match, you're going to be wanting to use that third combo. Since he doesn't have a third, I think this combo is pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to be using the crystal assist from Dante. And of course, you can pretty much use whatever. It's just how you feel more comfortable. I'm going to be using that one. I think that one's the easiest one in the game, pretty much. Especially since Vergil and Dante go well together. Now, if you pay attention to all that damage, it's pretty much the same as the other one, but without the assist, and it's just 100,000 more. And that's what makes Vergil a good last position guy with the X Factor, because you really don't need an assist with Vergil. Vergil is just a great all-around character. Okay guys, this is why you are here, because this is where I break down the combo step by step, and then I'll probably show you, run through it over and over again, and then break down the same thing. Just keep showing you so you can visually see what it is. I think that's what this game really depends on, the visual aspect. Now you can start from the top and work your way to the bottom, or you can just work your way to the bottom. No matter what, you have to go to the bottom because you need him to make that falling motion right there that I just did. And because if you hit him forward H just like that, he'll still be standing and you won't be able to do the trick, which is the I think invisible air trick. And that's kind of tricky, that part that you have to do the invisible air trick pretty much. As soon as you press right H, just roll it back and then do the invisible trick with the L. Now you can use the M version to go behind him and do it, but I don't really necessarily use that version unless I'm going to do a harder combo that you can pretty much use, like the Vergil round trip and so forth. That one's harder and you're more likely to drop it online. Not only that, but just even in a regular match. Now, right here is when I'm hitting him. You see how he's falling down and he doesn't recover for a long time, and you have to wait for that little bit of time so that way you can connect MH when he's closer to you. And the reason that is because when he's closer to you, he won't be that high up, and then you can go with him up in the air. So that way you won't have that much of a problem and hit him a bunch of times so you get to like 10 hits or 11 hits, depending if you use the L or just start with the M like I do. I don't use the L because, I don't know, for some reason it seems like when I play people and I use the L, I tend to just get hit first. I don't know why. Maybe it might be slower, I'm not exactly sure. But I just go use the R2, down M, and then H, and then forward H, and so forth. Now right here is going to be where you're going to be having the problems. When you launch them up and you do the whole combo, you're going to be doing the spiral swords and propping them up. Now what I do is I do the spiral swords and I already hold diagonal H while he's doing the animation. You see right here, I'm doing the diagonal H. Sometimes the inputs aren't perfect, but that's alright, because by the time you get to the diagonal H part, the animation is going to be over and you can just press diagonal H. You're least likely to drop it that way. And you see how it doesn't even show that I'm holding it? But if I press it later on, it might be the wrong diagonal input, and then you're going to be pressing down H and you're going to drop it. So pretty much after you get to that point, you're going to want to X Factor as soon as you prop them up. Now once you get to that part, you're going to have time because the swords are going to be bouncing them up and down. You're going to have a little bit of time. You can step forward, step back, or just completely let go of your joystick and then get into the motion of the Hadouken to do the L. And then after that, immediately do the M. Now the L, like I said, you can take your time on that. That's what I usually do. And the reason why is because then I might drop it or just completely just let go of something. So pretty much is I get into the perfect position to do the L part, and then I quickly go into the M. If you don't go into the L part in a good position, you're probably gonna drop the M, and that's pretty much gonna be a hassle for you. Now, if you're not that great with that, you're gonna be creating the second wall bounce. If you can't do it more often than not, then you're gonna want to just swipe them up in the air, and then just go ahead and do it, because you really can't connect two. I mean, as often if you have really bad inputs. So what I usually do is just do the swords again, down, up, down H, and then do the L, and then go into the M again, and then continue it from there. I think that's just easier and more effective, and that's where all your damage is going to be coming from. So right here is where you can end it. You can also call other people if you have more hyper combos, but this is just like, now I want to be focusing on the beginning part of the combo, and that's this part. Pretty much after I press down and hold down and then press MH, forward H, I just keep on holding forward H, and then I roll it back into that motion and then press L. And the reason why I roll it back is because I personally have more success doing that. That's least likely to drop the combo that way. Now you can completely let go of the joystick or the pad and then just completely do the complete correct inputs, exact inputs I should say, however you want to call it, and do it that way. But like I said, you're more likely to drop it, or at least I was. So if you're having problems with that, which is what I was at first for a while, then like I said, rolling it just helps with the timing. And then from there on, you can just press MH and then S and then do your combo. That right there is combo 6 or 5 in the missions, and pretty much you just need to get to 6 or 7, and then you can do this combo. I mean, just practicing the inputs to get to that L motion, the dragon punch or whatever it's called, and to all that, that pretty much is just practice. You just practice the L motion constant for like 5 minutes, and then practice the forward dragon punch or whatever it's called, and keep doing it. Otherwise you're gonna keep getting like weird things like that, how I did it. You see how I rushed it and I got the dragon punch or whatever it's called. Sorry, I'm not sure with these terms, but like I said, just practice it. You see how I actually didn't get the correct inputs, but on the last one it still went through though, because I've just been practicing it. And you just want to practice a lot, otherwise you're gonna keep getting hits like that, and then you're just gonna drop the combo, and then Vergil will get killed. And Vergil is a very delicate character. Pretty much anybody that's 7 Lord and above is gonna kill you in one combo if you drop a combo with Vergil. So make sure you don't. The third version of the combo is gonna be using all 3 assists, and the reason why I said I don't like assists is because you have more chances to drop it. And you see right here, I dropped it, right? Okay. Now I'm going to show you another example where you could possibly drop it, and that's the main reason why Vergil dies, is because of drop combos. Right here, I didn't do the swords fast enough, or I freaked out because it looked like it was weird, and again, that's why I don't necessarily use assist when I use Vergil, unless it's going to be just quick combos and then going for it. But I usually like to go for the kill with Vergil, so I mean, it works, but you know, it's just a lot of stuff going on. Right there, as I showed you, is after you use the 2 assist, sometimes you might forget that, hey, I gotta keep going with the original combo and X Factor, and I obviously didn't, so look what happened, right? All that worked just for 639k, and then right here you X Factor, and the X Factor after you use the 2 assist doesn't give you that much damage for whatever reason, so I don't think it's worth it unless you're planning on having 5 super hyper combos and so forth, and that's not going to be in-game reality. So yeah, I prefer not to use the assist, and that concludes this tutorial.